Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a wonderful couple in love that loves reacting to some One Piece.
Yes, we do.
So this is One Piece live action episode number 6. If you want all of our reactions to this series, we have a playlist. And if you want early ad-free access or to see our full watch-along reactions, check out the description of this video for a link to Patreon.
So is that wonderful, like the Oneaters from that thing you do?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the Oneaters.
The Oneaters.
Like, I wonder what happened to the Oneaters?
Exactly.
All right.
Easy, easy. Easy. Easy, don't drop.
I didn't. He's really heavy.
Yeah, I don't think dropping him is gonna, like, kill him. Maybe it's just a big-ass wound in his chest.
Have to do with anything?
Zoro, hey, can you hear me? Where's the first aid kit?
Do we even have a first aid kit?
These are all like fine. Where's he bleeding from?
Everywhere.
Oh, no.
What's up?
Dude, what's wrong with you?
He's gonna have a flashback to Shanks.
I'm really not hungry right now, Nami.
Not for food. Maybe one of the customers is a ship's doctor.
Right. A doctor. We need a doctor.
What do you think you're doing?
Chopping carrots, chef.
Yeah, I can see that, but why are you doing it in my kitchen? I demoted you, remember?
That you did, but Patty's sleeping off a brutal hangover, so unless you want to do brunch prep all by yourself.
Well, them carrots are cut too thick. And those eggs are way too runny. And I can tell just by looking at that remoulade needs a lot more oregano.
Oregano's for savages.
Lost, and now he's bleeding from everywhere.
Whoa, slow down, chore boy. Can't understand a word you're saying.
My friend is dying.
The nearest doctor is on the Konomi Islands. It's a 2-day sail from here.
It's too long.
I can't help you. I hope your friend makes it. Wait, and where do you think you're going?
Help Chore Boy's friend.
Brunch is not going to prep itself.
Yeah, well, you always told me to feed anyone who's hungry. I don't see how this is any different.
Yellowtail in the cooler. Bigger the better.
Yellowtail?
Just do it already.
He's gonna help too?
Okay, nice, good. I like that shot.
Okay.
Is that to sterilize the wounds?
Hell no.
It's for me.
You're wasting really good liquor.
Yep.
What's the tuna for?
Fish skin.
Is he basically doing
It's a
skin
wrap.
graft?
Yeah.
Flesh a lot faster.
Is he gonna be okay?
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you, he's lost a lot of blood. It might be too late for him.
But it might not be.
He's got one foot in each world right now, caught between life and death. You have to find a way to keep him tethered to our world. Talk to him. Tell him stories, sing him sea shanties for all I care. He may not reply.
But he'll hear you.
They still know his crew is still with him.
They did a good job because he does look pale.
Yeah.
Mihawk. Nice of you to announce yourself. So, where is he? Where's Luffy?
At the moment, I don't know.
Oh, what do you mean you don't know?
I decided to let him go.
I specifically told you to bring him to me.
Come now, Vice Admiral, I don't take orders. Not even from the likes of you.
Government without our immunity.
I would still do precisely what I want. No more and no...
I believe it.
I won't let that happen.
Then you have your work cut out for you, Vice Admiral, because that...
So are you, Mihawk.
Mihawk.
Mihawk, sorry.
Maybe your grandson will be the one to find the One Piece after all.
So he knows.
He is very interesting.
Right?
And there's something really sexy about the way he talks too. Like whatever accent and sort of like affect he's putting on his voice. Very much works for the character.
Whenever you watch One Piece, you get really horny.
Well, I mean, Zoro's taken out right now.
Yeah.
So I gotta find someone else. So
I know, you cheated on Zoro right away. This guy kills Zoro and all of a sudden he's like, ooh, Mihawk.
I mean,
Dinner in the mess hall tonight.
he's sexy. What can I
Yeah.
say?
I mean, he's proof that size doesn't matter. Big sword, small sword. He knows how to wield both of them.
Something smells.
Oh, we've gone off the rails tonight.
Use never waste food.
Pretty badly hurt, man. Itty bitty chance he might not wake up.
He knows that.
Come on, if you don't want the fish, I got 2-inch T-bones in the kitchen. Or maybe you're in the mood for saffron risotto.
I normally would get both. But it's got a name.
Oh. Why?
I don't know. You said it was kind of special. Hey, Sanji, can you cook Sora's favorite food?
Sure. What does he like?
He really likes rice balls. And beer. What about rice balls soaked in beer? I want him to eat so that he gets back his strength. But I also want him to sleep so that his wounds can heal. Or maybe he just needs some water, right? After all that fighting, he... So yeah, we should just let him rest.
Being a captain is the toughest job in the world.
Yep.
Okay? Zeph once told me that making decisions is what separates a captain from the rest of his crew. And he was one of the best pirate captains that ever sailed the seas.
Seth was a pirate?
Yeah, captain of the dreaded Cook Pirates. We used to call him Red Leg Zeph because his boots were always stained with the blood of his enemies.
Ooh.
Were you on his crew or something?
Not exactly.
Yeah, what's your backstory, dude?
Bust themselves.
I'm working on my velouté.
Oh.
I will when I get to the All Blue.
Hear that, boys? Sanji's going to the All Blue. It's not a real place, kid. The All Blue doesn't exist.
Yes, it does. And one day I'm gonna find it.
It's a tall tale told by cooks to pass the time. Now get to those tables.
No, just like Luffy's gonna find the One Piece, he'll find it.
What saves him is the fact that he made that. And it probably doesn't hurt that he's a kid.
Yeah. Well,
But I bet you they taste it and it's amazing, so they save him.
pirates don't care. Oh.
Okay. And he had 2 legs back then.
Needs oregano.
Ooh.
Recognize for savages.
That's not half bad.
Better than anything you can make, you old shitbag. Do what you want. But I'm not gonna die here. Not until I find the All Blue.
The All Blue. So you tell me, what does their Luke plant know about the All Blue?
Oh, crap.
Shit. Thank you, Foxy, for taking a tour of the living room.
Yes.
Both our ships.
But the crew.
They're all dead. Except for us.
And his legs are gone.
One of them's gone.
Yeah.
What do we do?
We wait.
Oh, shit.
Bleaches our bones. This is
Okay.
all the food we got. So eat slow. There's no more after this.
Why do you get the bigger one?
Because I'm 3 times your size, that's why. You should be glad that I'm giving you anything at all. Now go over to the other side and keep a lookout. And I mean it. Don't you bother me unless you see a ship. You got it? I said you got it! Now go!
How the heck did they even get up there?
Yeah. It's a good call. Oh, I thought they were going to do like a passage of time and show us like he was, I don't know. They've been there for years.
Is that a rock out of the ocean, or was that one of the overturned ships that was out there?
I think it was one of the overturned ships. He's going to hone his skills. He probably makes his food last longer than the other guys. So it's not going to be salt water?
Well, the sea never got high enough to be on that rock.
Yeah,
It could be
so it's
rainwater.
25 days whole.
Holy hell.
She's a ship?
I thought I heard a bell. I think he hears it. Oh, they're so far away, kid. How are you gonna signal them?
Yeah. At night in the rain, no way they're gonna see you.
Or hear you? It feels so close, yet it's so far away.
Yep. Have you gone through everything?
So no wonder the exposure hasn't killed him.
Yeah. What'd that say? Pigeon?
Or peace. I almost thought I saw the word peace, like one piece.
Hmm.
But maybe I was seeing what I wanted to see.
He ate the One Piece.
Oh man, kid, you are in a bad way.
70 days.
Holy hell.
Is that a Miller High Life can I saw?
They all matter twice as much, though. You won't give me any. I'll kill him myself.
Okay, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive.
I have a feeling he's already gonna be close to death. Has he not touched his back?
Should have stayed put.
You still have some food. You gotta give me.
There's no food.
He never had food.
Survived this whole time without food?
If you have fresh water, you can survive a long time without food.
That's 70 days.
I wouldn't think 70. I thought 30.
There's no food. How are you still alive?
He ate his foot. Shit. Oh, that is hardcore.
You ate your own leg.
Because he gave you all the food.
You gave me all the food. Why?
Because you wouldn't eat your own leg, kid.
Know me. Why would you do that for a stranger?
Because I put oregano in your dish. And that is a sin that can't be forgiven.
Well, now my time has come to an end.
Not yet.
You need to find it.
Believe me, the All Blue is real. It's real. And if I can't find it, well then maybe you can. So I'm gonna need you to live on. And I'm gonna need you to fulfill that dream. For both of us.
You have any idea what that's like? Having someone lose a limb to save your life?
Not just lose them, but cut it off so it doesn't eat it.
Could have let me die
Yeah.
on that rock.
And eating you.
I'd eat both arms and legs to save Sora's life.
In a certain country in the northern seas, there was an explorer named Mont Blanc Noland. His stories were always grand adventures that sounded like lies. Noland told his king he found a city of gold, but when the king went to claim the treasure,
You're not really reading it, you're just turning pages.
perished.
Yeah. Let's say that. Just like a picture book, like a pop-up book that has.
The city of gold sank into the sea, and even though nobody believed him, he never stopped lying until he was dead.
Poor guy.
Hmm.
Can you imagine that? Losing a whole city of gold?
I don't think that was the point of the story.
Why did the king have to kill him?
Sometimes, when you're in charge, you have to make the tough decisions.
Why does everybody keep saying that?
Because you could have saved Zorro. He didn't have to fight Mihawk, but you let it happen. Why didn't you stop him?
It was his dream.
Mm-hmm.
He might die, Luffy.
I'd do anything to save him. Anything.
But I'll make him give up his dream.
Except stand in the way of his dream.
Exactly.
Dreams, but we outgrow them.
Is that really what you think?
That's kind of the problem with being an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Even more. More than anything else in this world.
Yeah, what is her dream? Her freedom.
Some could argue that's a choice they make.
Yeah.
Not everyone might achieve their dreams, but you can follow it.
Spent years trying to train him. Trying to build him into a proper Marine. He resisted me every step of the way. Wouldn't listen, wouldn't learn, wouldn't cooperate. You're an exemplary cadet, but the two of you couldn't be more different.
Sir. His mind works.
So do I. What's your point?
Luffy is different. He doesn't follow the rules. He thinks for himself no matter what anyone else says.
That's my fault. I was too easy on him.
So, it wouldn't have mattered. Because Luffy knows exactly what he is.
And what's that?
Pirate. Luffy's always been a pirate. And he always will be a pirate. No matter how many assassins you send after him, he'll never change. He'd rather die first.
And what do you suggest? That I let him be a damn full pirate?
Yeah.
That'd be the worst thing, sir.
Maybe I've been going about this the wrong way all along.
Is he gonna try to kill Luffy now?
Muster the Marines on deck. I'll address them at afternoon watch.
Yes, sir.
No, I don't think you're gonna like it.
Yeah, I don't think you are, dude. You basically just talked him into killing his grandson, because he's never gonna change.
What is that?
Underwater unicorn?
That's what it is.
Yeah, what's that like, whale? It was like in, Alf. Oh, because these guys.
Welcome to Baratier. How can I serve you?
Interesting choice of word. You have food here, don't you? You want to eat?
I'm afraid there are no more tables.
I see a bunch of tables. Now sit down. No one leaves except you. Let's all enjoy our last meal together. Who are you, old man?
My name is Zeph, and I own this place.
Well, I'm Arlong, and I own the East Blue.
No one owns a sea. Not even a fish man.
Well, that's about to change once you give me what I want. Listen up! I'm looking for a pirate in a straw hat. Goes by the name of Luffy. He has something that belongs to me.
Straw hat, you say?
I haven't seen him.
That's not familiar. But why don't I fix you a meal? Absolutely anything you want, off of that menu, no charge.
If you don't bring me the Straw Hat Boy before I finish, maybe I might just start adding some of these nice folks to the menu.
The more I learn about that chef, the more I like him.
Right?
Didn't Seth say we're supposed to talk to him? Tell him stories?
What would I say?
Whatever pops in your head. Just speak from the gut.
My gut hasn't been so great lately.
Well, at least he'll know it's you. What he got to lose?
Hey, Zoro!
There you go.
I just wanted to tell you that...
Nope.
Let me start over.
Talk from the heart.
Yep.
Luffy! Luffy!
The Arlong pirates are at Baratier. We have to leave now.
What? Why? Why should we leave?
Because they're looking for you.
Me?
And the map. Those fishmen will tear this place apart if Zeph doesn't turn him over.
Where are you going?
If Broya is in danger, I need to be there.
All right, I'm coming with you.
Did you not hear what I just said? They are hunting you. We need to run.
Yeah, I'm with Nami on this one. I'm really not trying to ruffle any feathers or scales.
I'm not running. We're going to protect this place.
This isn't your fight. Why would you do that?
You fed us.
Look, I know
You're part of our crew.
Captain Arlong has the highest mess with him.
It sounds like you messed with us first.
Exactly.
I can't let innocent people get hurt because of me.
If those fishermen guys want to fight, we're gonna give them one.
And that's why people follow Luffy.
It's gonna be safe with you.
He trusts you. He knows you won't take it and fulfill your mission, whatever it may be.
What's the matter? You never seen them. That's because you don't know any fishermen. Ones who repair your ship or clean your house.
I have nothing against your kind.
Oh, that's a because I have everything against yours. Puny, petulant humans. Most fishermen sit at the same table as a human. They want to be treated as equals. Stoop so low. We all know there's nothing equal about. Fishermen are superior to humans in every single way. Stronger, faster, hungrier. Wouldn't you agree?
Get him, Luffy.
I'm Monkey D. Luffy. I hear you're looking for me.
Why, yes, I am. This is the pirate I've heard so much about. You know, I was expecting someone
taller. Oh.
So was I.
Even the Marines flee before my flag.
Not ringing a bell. How'd you find me anyway?
Old friend helped me track you down.
Huh.
Straw Hat? Did you miss me?
Burpee? What are you doing here?
Believe me, it wasn't my first choice either. But these fine fishy folk persuaded me to point them in the right direction, which ain't easy when you don't have any hands.
How do you even know how to find me?
I told you. I've got eyes and ears everywhere.
Oh, he did have his ear.
Oh!
Ah, stereo!
Oh!
You heard everything?
Everything. And that got old quick. Hey, Lips! How about a scratch behind the old ear, huh?
Sorry, honey.
Oh, come on! Give a clown a break! Oh, wait, no, not back in the bag. It's so dark and wet and...
I want my map, along with half of whatever you plunder as tribute. And if you bow down to me,
I don't bow down to any man.
I'm no man.
Or fish. And you're no king.
I will be when I get my Grand Line map.
Then you're gonna have to fight me for it.
Oh.
Hello, chef.
For all the good it did.
Oh. Oh, come on, guys, go help him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. This guy can fight like.
He's just not very strong. I mean, well, these fish guys are super strong.
Really great fighter.
Yeah. Don't let him fight alone.
Yeah, anytime that you all want to jump in would be great.
This isn't Dragon Ball. You guys don't have to fight one at a time.
Luffy, do something. Shit. Ow.
Not bad for a human. Big mistake. Now I'm gonna have to make an example out of you.
Oh shit. I wasn't joking.
He's a big dude.
Truth is, I couldn't let myself have them.
Are you getting ready to leave again?
Just let her. She's gonna do something good.
Don't know what's so special about you, boy.
Why don't you come find out?
Punch him in the nuts.
And his fish nuts.
He's a fish. Hit the gills.
Yeah. Yeah. Make your fists grow. Oof.
Ow.
Shh. Well, Luffy can take a beating.
Yeah, but there should be a greater objective to it.
Yeah, I don't think like getting his ass kicked was his like plan.
Come on, fish.
Tire him out. There you go.
Hit him in the gills.
How about a drink?
Oh shit.
I have it. I have the map. I got it for you just like I said I would.
Not me. What are you doing?
Tried to tell you, Luffy. I was never on your crew. I only joined up with you so I could steal your map.
Ooh. Okay, please tell me he had a plan like he told someone that this was gonna happen and they're gonna swim down and save him?
I might have a think he's gonna be safe, but I'm not sure that Nami planned that. Yeah, I knew it was gonna be this guy. Well, now we know who she's working for.
Yeah.
Where's Nami?
She's gone. She's a member of Arlong's crew.
She can't be.
Luffy's having a really bad day.
Yeah, he is.
That dude is jacked.
You say so that was like just his gratuitous shirtless
Yep.
shot, right? Like he
Yep.
worked out for 6 months for this role and he gets a shirtless shot.
We've done an outstanding job pursuing these pirates we've been chasing. Proud of your efforts to apprehend these miscreants. But I've underestimated their resolve, their determination to flaunt their illegal activities. They're becoming more than a nuisance and must be treated as such. So our mission has changed. No more half measures. No more soft targets. The Straw Hats and their captain.
His hat.
Yes.
So the gloves are coming off.
Hey, look, it's a dog.
But you can't take him seriously when he's wearing that. Who's a good boy? Your little pit bull hat.
I don't need you to do that.
We've got a full house tomorrow, 2 dinner seatings, plus brunch.
Enough. I don't want to hear this.
What is your problem?
Me? I'm fine. You're the one with a problem.
I'm just helping you clean up.
Yeah, but no one asked you to, did they? So get out of my restaurant now.
I've already told you I'm not going to be a waiter.
You're not going to be anything, not if you stay here. I did not save your life so you could waste it at Baratier.
It's not like I can just leave.
Why the hell not?
Because you couldn't run this place without me.
Oh, please, little eggplant, your cooking is for shit. Been yammering on about that since you was a snotty-nosed little brat. Well, I tell you now, if it means that much to you, go find it.
Look, do you want me to quit? Is that what you want?
Quitting is staying here. Don't you get it? It's one thing to have a dream, it's another to go after it.
Chore Boy offered me a spot on his crew. Maybe I take him up on that offer.
You want my permission? You got it. Fine. Fine.
You guys could have had a nicer goodbye.
No, that's how they say I love you. It's just guy speak. It's tough. Yeah.
I mean, that's why guys are fucked up. You realize that, right?
Yeah. Fine.
Love you too.
You would have loved it. Sitting around together, listening to Usopp's stories. Only I kind of messed it up. And now I lost Nami. I lost the Grand Line map. And maybe I will lose you too. I didn't know what to say before. I know what to say now, and it's so simple.
I don't want to lose you.
I need you to wake up.
You gonna keep talking or let me get some sleep?
Fuck yeah.
Zoro?
Oh my god!
You're not dead!
Oh, dude!
It wasn't you that woke him up. It was Nami.
The strange dream.
Or not. Damn.
It's my fault.
Didn't do anything wrong. You acted like a captain.
But our crew is falling apart.
No, it's not.
It's coming together.
Roronoa Zoro. Vow to stand by your side. From now until the end.
This guy keeps his fucking word.
Die trying. You're my captain, Luffy. And I'm your first mate.
Yes!
Fuck yeah.
Zoro!
I wasn't worried for a second.
Oh, dude!
And I told him, I said, you better not mess with the Straw Hats.
Yeah!
Sent them swimming for their lives.
Scared him off, huh?
Mm-hmm.
The great Captain Usopp.
No, but
Go save Nami.
we can't do it without our whole crew. First, we're going after Nami.
Yeah.
Now he's acting like a captain. Good job, Luffy.
Well, it's tough. You know, can't blame him for having doubts.
Think we brought too much?
You know who you're sailing with?
Heard you guys need a cook.
Well-dressed cook.
I don't know why, because it's not in his look. But
Bringing the waiter.
I get like a young Christian Bale vibe about that guy. Maybe. I don't know. It's weird that I get it, but like that's what I get.
Yeah. I can see it
it
now. Yeah.
You guys can wave.
Yeah.
Hey, Sanji!
Find it.
You keep your feet dry.
Bye, Zeph. You know, all these years, living under your shitty roof, cooking at your shitty restaurant, I owe you my life. Thank you for putting up with my shit all these years, old man. I'll never forget you, Zeph.
Damn, that was a good delivery.
Right?
Like, how the fuck am I getting choked up at this?
Right?
But I am. Jesus.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, man, like we don't know this guy that well, and that delivery of that scene, and just yeah.
On both sides.
Yep.
That was whoa. Jesus.
Man.
And unexpected.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't even know where she is.
I know someone who does.
Although Zora kind of pried the pump. Because when he was speaking to Luffy and everything like that and gave that speech, I was like getting a little choked up there.
The design of the show was very well laid out.
Yeah. Nice. Yes.
Hello, boys!
Great.
How the hell did they get that?
Well, like I just left the head there. They don't need the guy anymore. They didn't need him, so.
Sure? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm fine.
I don't know. It's not me. Oh man, Sanji and Zeph. Oh, great story told in one episode. Yeah, I don't know. I need a minute to process it, to really talk about it. But we said it, just mere minutes ago when we watched the scene, and it was getting us both choked up. Just the actors did a phenomenal job in that moment, and you just really felt all that history between them. Yeah, it was beautiful.
They did such a wonderful thing with Zeph because they showed us an aspect of his character, which is the hard boss man.
Yeah.
And that's all they showed us. And so we had all these preconceived notions about basically how he was a dick.
Yeah.
Because that is what we saw. And they did just a fantastic job of turning that on its head. Making us as the audience feel shitty for our judgmentalness and our preconceived notions, which we deserve. And then showing us just how this guy actually has an insanely huge heart. And sure, maybe he's not so in touch with his emotions to freely express them and feel good doing so. I mean, the guy's he lives in a pirate world. Come on, it's not like they're having therapy sessions every day. They show us all that, and they give us this just incredibly moving backstory with Sanji. And we already like Sanji.
Yeah.
We were already on his side, but to get the richer aspect of Zeph's character and then to better understand why the hell Sanji has continued to work there all this time, it's like everything just suddenly falls into place. All the pieces fall into place. And that final scene between the two of them was so perfectly executed on both sides. Because, yeah, we had a beautiful story, but the emotional life that they both brought to it, it could have fallen into melodrama. It was a very emotionally charged moment for them. And if they had not done such a good job with their story in earning it prior to that point, that would have been a soap opera. That would have been oh God, tiny violins and just the melodrama of all the angst. But it wasn't. It was truly this incredibly difficult goodbye between two people who had been so deeply connected on a way that transparently, hopefully most of us never actually experience. Hopefully we're not climbing Mount Everest and going up there to die or something crazy where somebody's going to eat their leg off. We hopefully aren't going to get to the point where we're in that kind of situation. But those two were, and they earned the story of the depth of that connection and what it meant to both of them, and Sanji's goodbye, and Zeph being this sort of father figure to him saying, you have to go. I can't tell you that I want you to go and fulfill your dreams and do great big things, because that's not something I'm freely able to communicate. So I'm just going to tell you to get the hell out of my restaurant, but you're going to know what it means, and that's enough.
So Sanji and Zeph, they aren't people that would, their fights are very real, and they clearly have opposing views, and they don't get along at all. But they shared this, these 78 or 80 days, whatever it was, 85 days together, and they've been through so much in this shared experience that they have, and the sacrifice that Zeph made for Sanji, and the shared dream that they had both had. It's kind of in a weird sense, it's kind of it is like a father and son.
Yep.
Not in every sense. I'm not saying every father and son relationship is like this, or any parent and child relationship is, but you get this thing where, because they are your child, or because they are your parent, that you should have so much in common, and you should be so alike. But lots of times you'll be completely different and completely opposite. And the only thing really there is the fact that it is the parent-child relationship, and maybe there are some shared experiences or a shared dream, but it's achieved in a different way. And it's one of those things where, it's in that delivery when he was, I love that it wasn't just a simple wave goodbye, or him saying right away, thank you. It's just lashed out at him. He's just like, I'm glad, like, you know, because there was so much anger and frustration, because there was so many times where he was just pissed at him. But deep down, when you cut through all the bullshit, you know, you gave me everything. You gave me my life. And like the sacrifices that you made for me. You know, it was just such a powerful moment. And also going back to what you said about Zeph, like how you're like, oh, they're showing us what shitty people we are for like prejudging Zeph based on like the interactions that like we'd seen from him or whatever. Like, oh, he's an asshole because that's all we saw from him. And that's true, but like that happens so much in life. Like it's so crazy how quick we are to try to like justify or forgive characters in shows, movies, whatever that we watch, but we don't do the same in real life. And we don't think that like, hey, this person has another side to them. Yeah. They have a story as well. They have experiences that have shaped them. And most times, more often than not, you only get to see one side of a person. Maybe you only see their best side. Maybe you see their worst side. But, you know, nobody is just all encompassing of that. And so it was cool that they showed us that, you know, right away he's this, we think he's like, this falls into a stereotype that we want to like just compartmentalize everything and just put everyone in their little individual boxes and just be like, okay, you are the asshole boss and you belong in this little category over here. But, and yes, he was that, but he was so much more as well. Man, so yeah, that just all in like to put all that in one episode. And I'm sure like in the manga or whatever, I'm sorry, I always say that wrong. And in the anime, it might've been like stretched out more. So I don't know how it was done there, but I feel like, you know, to be able to deliver that in this one episode was flawlessly executed in my opinion.
Transparently, as an audience member, I love that they made me feel shitty for prejudging that. I love that. Yeah. Because to your point, that is what we do in real life. And some of that, from like a psychology perspective, some of that is a survival instinct. Mm-hmm. It is to our benefit to judge quickly so that we can decide fight or flight, so that we can decide if we are safe or not. Like that is, our brains are pre-programmed. It's not like that makes you a bad person for doing that. That is literally on an instinctual level how we are programmed so that we can survive the world. That's okay. But because we are human beings and because we have, as a society, elevated ourselves beyond base instincts, or at least that's what we are striving for and hopefully achieving, we have to understand that there is so much more to that. People are not one note. They are not one caricature. And often when we're judging them in that way, a lot of times it's because it's our ego that's bruised, right? Like, it's easy for me to prejudge Zeph as an asshole because I've been Sanji. I've been the employee who has had a shit boss, who is truly vile to their employees. And I've hated going into work every day doing that. Even if I liked my job, I hated working for them. Like that is real life. So Sanji's accessible and Zeph is accessible on a certain level that makes me prejudge Zeph. But even to the benefit of the shitty people I worked for, that experience does not define them. None of us are defined by our best or our worst moments. And in a lot of ways, that's transparently what I think is so special about marriage. Ken has seen me at some of my most vile and terrible moments. He's also seen me at some of my best moments. And he still loves me. And so like being able to see a whole person in their best, in their worst, and still want to fall asleep next to them every night and wake up beside them every morning, that's a level that of like love and acceptance that I don't think I've experienced anywhere else in my life. And that goes kind of back to like the whole parent thing. Like your parents sometimes will love you unconditionally, and that's what we all hope for, right? Like that's what society tells us should happen. Yeah. But our parents are also people. People are flawed. So like you may not get the Hallmark family portrait that is kind of shoved down our throats as to what it should be. It might not be that you are accepted for who you are by a parent. That doesn't mean that you'll never be accepted, and transparently you should accept yourself, and that's all you should need. But like it feels nice when someone else accepts you too. Like there's nothing wrong with that. So there's so much that they did right on the whole Zeph Sanji storyline, and there's so much there that's a snapshot in a TV show, but that filters out and beyond to so much bigger stuff that just makes you go like, yeah, like this was beautiful, and I could do better and not prejudge, and I could acknowledge the kind of love that they had, even if it wasn't like the world's best communication between the two of them. Like they both still understood what they were saying. So there was a lot that they really hit with this.
Yeah. Acting in this is just so phenomenal. Once again, the actor playing Zoro did a great job.
Oh my God, yeah.
In delivering his speech, which could be under a less talented actor, could have come across as like really cheesy and hokey. But he just delivers it with such passion and feeling, and he really believes everything that he's saying, like, and feels it, like, it's just so you're on board with it, because he doesn't think it's cheesy, because he's not rolling his eyes at the script when he sees the words on there. You don't either, and so he just, when, like I said, the Zoro primed the pump with him and Luffy, that whole interaction, and then Zeph and Sanji brought it home as far as getting me like really misty-eyed there. Luffy, a good episode for him as well, because we meet him and he seems like he has this unshakable confidence, and he has his dream. He's going to follow his dream no matter what, and he knows he's going to be the king of the pirates, and just seems like he has this happy-go-lucky attitude. Nothing's going to get him down. The way the actor played it, as far as Luffy having that doubt, like that smile was like kind of there, like he like didn't know how else to act, like, or whatever. Like he wouldn't, like, almost like he wouldn't let that emotion consume him and come into him. Like he didn't want that doubt to be there, and so he like had to, I don't know, just have that kind of smile on his face. And there was that moment when he saw Zoro and he thought like Zoro was going to die, that some flashback was happening, and made me think of like, we haven't seen it, checked in with him and Shanks in the past in a while. And so it made me think something like that might have been going on.
There was definitely something in that moment that they didn't show to us as the audience yet, but there was absolutely something happening.
Yep, for sure. But yeah, I just thought that the way that the actor played that with Luffy losing his confidence in that moment was handled well.
I also really loved when Luffy said, like, he kind of rattled off the various pieces that were his fault. And like, as an audience member who loves Luffy, you're like, Luffy, that's not your fault. Like, you can't be in Nami's head doing that. Like, that's not your fault. But at the same time, and one of the reasons why I said it during the episode was because, like, that's when he really became a captain. Because when you are a captain, the buck stops with you. So, like, even if you do have somebody who runs off, even if you do have somebody who is spying against you, there's a piece of you that has to ask why they felt they had to do that, or why it was right to do it, if that's what their mission was when they first hooked up with you. Like, whatever the case may be, you have to ask yourself why somebody would have so little faith in you that would be their objective, or that would be the next course of action that they take. So while you cannot be responsible for everyone's actions, and certainly that's not the case, the flip side of that in true leadership is when you are a leader, being like, okay, I am accountable for my crew, which means I'm accountable for what they do. Why did this crew member do this thing? What did I not do? And maybe that was you didn't show them how secure they were in your crew. Maybe you didn't instill them with confidence. Maybe, like, there could be a million and one things, but as a leader, you have to ask yourself, why did this person dissent and move on? Because that shows me where an area of weakness is in myself as a leader. And it doesn't mean that I'm necessarily going to get them back, but I'm at least going to figure out what that was in me so I don't screw it up the next time. And thankfully, it's Luffy, and so he's going to go after Nami. So, like, we're all happy about that. But, there's that thing of, like, when I heard him say that, I was like, oh, this isn't just unshakable confidence bordering on, like, blind foolishness.
Yeah.
But, like, actually, Luffy in this moment really is acting as a leader, because the buck stops with him. Every decision stems from him. Everything that his crew does is in response to something that he has done. And that's why being a captain or a CEO or president of a country is so damn tough because you have to recognize that everything starts at the top and works its way down.
I also love the fact that, you know, Luffy didn't say, "Oh, we're going after the map," or whatever. No, it's like we're going
after Nami.
We're going after Nami. That's who they're going to save and bring back. So that was, I mean, you knew he was going to say it, but the fact that he did say it was great.
Yeah, absolutely. And for Zoro's speech, I love what they did with that, between how moving it was, what Zoro was saying, and the depth of the emotion that the actor brought to it, which was 110% there.
Mm-hmm.
And Luffy like wrenching his arm out of his body to make sure that we still like had our humor in there and our playfulness, because that One Piece brings a hell of a lot of heart, but it's still play. And that's what I love, and the balance that they've struck so well, which, you were talking about the actors' performances, and they deserve all that praise and then some, because they are knocking it out of the park. But the other part of me also thought, like, I wonder who directs this, because usually on TV shows there's a different director every episode.
True.
But I was also like, they've consistently hit the perfectly right tone. And I'm kind of wondering, who is the person responsible for that? Because whether it's the director, the producer, I don't know who it is, but they have done a good job making sure that each episode toes the line between a hell of a lot of heart and playfulness and never hits into the melodrama. Which this is in particular, it feels like a really tough challenge and a really tough line to toe.
Which the writing as well. To adapt this from the anime and whatnot, and to turn this into a live action, and with the craziness of One Piece and like these crazy abilities and these crazy characters, but I'm never like brought out of it, out of this world. Like I'm like 100% like invested in the world.
Well, and that's part of why I was thinking, because I was like, okay, so if you found the right people to write the script for this, which would be incredibly challenging, but you found the right people to do the right script, there's still the ability to totally, pardon the expression, but fuck it up when lifting it off the page. And yet the actors hit it out of the park. The directing hits it out of the park. Like, the leap of faith that you have to have as a writer when turning over work like this into someone else's hands, knowing that essentially the way it's interpreted is make or break, which is kind of true for every script, but like especially with something like this, which is so stylized and so unique. It's a big leap of faith to be like, yeah, I've crafted this thing and I know how it should go. Okay, you guys take it and don't screw it up. And yet they have taken it and they've made sure not to screw it up each and every episode. Because there have been a couple times where I'm like, man, they hit that so perfectly. They struck that balance. Like, can they maintain that? And they can. And so that's why I'm like, who is the person behind the scenes who's ensuring that happens? Essentially, who is their captain? Is it a producer? Is it a director who is directing every episode? I don't know. I haven't looked yet. That's my bad, but I haven't looked. Because somebody is leading this ship to make sure it stays exactly on the right course at every single episode and every single scene.
Probably the creator itself of the series, I would think, would have like
They're often the producer when they've been the creator. They often tend to fall into being a producer.
Yeah, and if you really want to make sure that they get it right, it's got to be a tough balance, because in one sense, being the creator, like this is your baby, and you want to make sure that you steer it in the right direction, but then also recognize other people have their talents, too. So you got to trust in them and like really, cast the right people and get the right script writers and everything. So they've done a great job. Very impressed.
I also wonder, because like when you're in Hollywood, right, you hear about like how costly it is to be on set and the one take wonders, and like those are the people who keep booking, and yeah, that's all great. But I wonder how much they played with these scenes on set and how many different variations they did. Because I'm also going to shout out the editor on this, because also finding the right scenes and the right takes of the right scenes to piece together to create this. Maybe that's all that they really shot and it was perfect, and they cut and they kept moving on to the next scene. But I also feel like this is the kind of show when you would definitely benefit from doing a few different variations of the scenes and playing around with it before sending it off to the editor's room. Because I think because it is so stylized, like that'll just give you a lot more options if you can do some playfulness and like, hey, we're gonna do a really heartfelt scene between Sanji and Zeph. Okay, let's do one where it's a little bit more, as they all love to say in Hollywood, throw it away. Just throw away the emotion. You can just like, just make it simple. I wonder that piece too. Basically, I'm fascinated for behind the scenes of One Piece. I want that. If anybody wants to create that for me, that'd be great.
Let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And if you want early ad-free access and see our full watch-along reactions, check out the link in the description of this video for Patreon. Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for One Piece Episode 6, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.